Hey folks, today's video is going to be my June favorites because it is the end of June and that's just what you do, right? There's a lot of things that I'm going to talk about in today's video that not really is that related to makeup. So let's just get on to the one makeup product. I have one makeup product and one hair product. And then just the rest of the video is going to be like
random.
I would say the only makeup product I've used enough this month to actually put it in my favorites is the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette because I've worn it pretty much every time I've put makeup on. I haven't worn just this, but it just works so well with other colors. I've used it with a bunch of different palettes. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing Nouveau and Peach Soju as well as another pink on the lid, but I love this palette. It's so pretty. I mean, I made a whole video about it and I mentioned it in last month's favorites. I don't have anything new makeup-wise to talk about. I have other new things to talk about, but this is really the only like makeup favorite I could realistically talk about that I used enough.
I like it.
One hair product that I've been particularly liking is the Way finishing cream. It's a leave-in conditioner thing. I've been looking to try out some new leave-in conditioners because I have some older ones that I have just like had for a long time that I'm wanting to like just test the waters, you know? And I've been really liking this one. I don't need a lot of it. I just put it in like a dime-sized amount and then rub it through my like kind of damp hair. And it has a really nice scent to it. It's like very baby powder-ish, but in a really nice way. I like it. I enjoy it. I like this. I do like it. There's been at least one time where I've used too much of it and I'm like, oh, my hair feels heavy. I figured out the right amount and I like it. If I keep liking it, I'll probably repurchase it. I don't know. I've only had it for a few weeks. I've only really been using it since I dyed my hair. So, which I did at the end of last month. Literally, my hairdresser came over the day after my birthday and did my hair. So I love my hair this month. We used all Joico colors because that's always what Brooke uses. If anybody wonders what the colors are, it's honestly just a combination of a bunch of different shades to figure out these colors. It's never like one tone. It's always like, let's add a little bit of this and let's add a little bit of this. It's never one color. But when I get it done by Brooke, it's Joico every time. When I do it at home lately, it has been Lunar Tides. So, been really liking my hair. And I've had it in for almost a month now. So, super bright still. I'm enjoying it. Oh, actually, this is a totally random favorite. I saw this at the grocery store the other day and I was like, wait, this is a new flavor. Black raspberry LaCroix. Delicious. So tasty. So flavorful. The only other like newish one that I really like the hibiscus flavor. The limoncello one is fine. The watermelon one tastes disgusting. It tastes like tomato. The watermelon LaCroix is the worst LaCroix. It is worse than coconut. It is worse than cola. It's the worst LaCroix. It's so bad. This, on the other hand, this is great. I like it. Ooh, and it matches my hair. Matches my hair. Anyway, I'll drink this afterwards when I'm editing this video. Yeah, black raspberry. Love it. There can never just be raspberry. It has to be like crayon raspberry, blue raspberry, black raspberry. It's like, can't we just have regular raspberry? Is the raspberry not good enough by itself? A candle that I've been burning this month that I like is Bad and Boozy from Forever Mood. It's so lovely. It is from their spring collection. I don't remember what the spring collection was called. I got 2 candles. This one I've been burning more. I really like it. It's very like, I don't know, it's very nostalgic. Even though it says Bad and Boozy, it smells like childhood. Like, it somehow smells like one of my friends' houses from when I grew up, like the soap that her mom had. Like one of my best friends when I was a kid, her mom was a Mary Kay person. And so like she had all this like random Mary Kay products and like she kept her house very fragranced with soaps and potpourri. And this smells like her house. So I like it. Get over there. I bought a few new things as far as vintage finds. This first guy is the most recent one. I love this thing. It's so, why do I like it? I don't know. I found it at a junk store north of Seattle and I really like it. It's super cute. Just like the color. I mean, it matches that candle actually. It's this really fun kind of light minty seafoam teal color that I like. I have some fake flowers from Michael's in here, but it's really cute. I have it on a bookshelf out in the living room and I think it's adorable. None of my shit has a particular style. You know this. But I like this.
It's cute.
A little vase. And a few things that I bought from an antique store that I love in South Seattle, Pacific Galleries. Josh and I spent a day, actually it was on my birthday, we went and spent probably like an hour in there just looking around because he hadn't been there before. And we found some swung vases. And if you don't know what a swung vase is, it is this. So swung, I'm assuming, I'm just guesstimating here, that in the glass blowing process, it swings around to get these like fun little lips here on the edge of the vase. This one's super cool. It's a genuine Fenton one. Fenton is like a good old vintage brand. I love the little like doobly-doos down here. The little... Ooh, that's some nice ASMR. But this one is like the biggest one I have, and I love it. It's so pretty. God, so pretty. This one is a little smaller, but it's also very pretty. It's like a orange and yellow kind of sunsetty, fiery coloring. Ooh. This one's a more kind of simple, not nearly as many stretchy bits, but it's also very cute. I like it. It's super bright colored, and I like sitting next to the other one. I just want to have a little collection of these swan vases. Whenever I go to junk stores or vintage stores or thrift stores these days, these are one of the things I'm looking for. So, and then the last one I bought, is this the heaviest one? I don't know. This one's kind of cool and weird. It's like down here, you can kind of really see maybe. This whole bit down here is all glass. Like it's all kind of filled to here, and these like cool little air bubbles down here. I don't know how glass blowers do this. Like it's quite large too. This one's really neat. It's just got a lot of fun little air bubbles, and I like the color of it. It's cool. Okay, other things. There's no other products or things I need to talk about. Everything else is just TV and music. The only things that I have been consuming as far as television goes has either been dorky cooking competition shows a la Nailed It or Crime Scene Kitchen or anime. Like that's the only stuff that I'm watching pretty much. Like my sister loves all her singing competition shows. She'll call me, she's like,
"Did you see who got voted off the Masked Singer?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." She's like, "Well, it's Danny Trejo's Machete." And I'm like, "Okay."
I don't watch those shows anymore. I only watched them when I lived with her because she liked watching them. But cooking shows, dorky, ham-fisted themes in clearly scripted cooking shows is my kryptonite. It's the most mindless, brainless entertainment that you can put on in the background and just clock out for a while. I love cooking competition shows. Nailed It is so fun. Nicole Byer and Jacques Torres, their funny banter back and forth is so fun to watch. I love Nailed It so much. I guess Nicole Byer is coming to do stand-up in Tacoma next week. And I'm so happy that Netflix has just hitched its wagon to Nailed It, because give me like 8 more seasons of it. It doesn't get old, ever. It's so fun. The other one I started watching, I've only seen a few episodes because there's only been a few episodes that have aired, but a friend of mine, my really good friend Emily, told me about the show Crime Scene Kitchen, and the first time she told me about it, she didn't explain it very well. So I legitimately thought she was talking about a crime show, and I was like, wait, like a kitchen? She's like, no, it's a cooking show, but they have to like investigate the clues that are left over in a kitchen. So like, what is left on some parchment paper? What dishes have been washed? What has been used in the fridge? So they have to go through and figure out what may have been made in that kitchen, and then they have to put those clues together and then make something, like make what they thought was made, the closest to it, and whoever was the furthest from the real answer goes home. And it's hosted by Joel McHale, and again, dumbest, like the best kind of dumb, like the best kind of stupid are the best kind of reality competition shows. Just brainless and hilarious. Being an editor on one of those shows would be so fun, because you just have to sort through all this weird shit and just like piece together something that's semi-coherent, and I just love it. It's so fun. I actually need to watch the newest episode. I haven't watched the newest one, but been very much enjoying Crime Scene Kitchen and Nailed It so much. But the main event of today's favorites video, I think I mentioned Initial D last month. I did. I'm pretty sure I did. But we finished up through series 4. We haven't been able to find the 5th and final series online very easily from websites that I trust won't give me a computer virus. They aren't dubbed, so I have to go back and watch some of the earlier seasons subbed to like get used to the change in the voice, because I like watching things dubbed. I know some people are like very purist when it comes to watching animes. They're like subbed or nothing, and I'm like, I multitask when I watch things, so I can't always read things. I still watch it with the subtitles on a lot. I love watching things with subtitles because Josh and I talk a lot when we watch shows, especially if he's seen a show. So I haven't been able to watch the like past the 4th stage.
Project D doesn't ever back down, no matter who our opponent is. We're fighting for our street cred here.
I love it so much. It was so out of left field. I'm like, it's a show about cars from the late 90s and the early 2000s? Like, what? Who knew? Not me at all. It's funny because when I was in high school, I had so many friends that were into anime and manga, and I was like the one friend that wasn't. And now... Look where we are. I really like Initial D, and the music is hilarious and ridiculous and Eurobeat. The more I've watched multiple animes, the more I connect the music so much with the shows. And reading how Tokyo Pop originally did the dubbed version of Initial D, where they changed all the music to be like hip hop instead of Eurobeat, I can see why people were mad about that, because thinking about this show without the Eurobeat wouldn't be the same show. Wouldn't be the same show. I'm glad Funimation brought it back to the original Eurobeat soundtrack, because if I'm asleep in the morning and I need to really like gas myself up to go to work, I just put on Eurobeat on my way to work. If I sit in traffic, it's great. It's awesome. So we finished as much as we could with Initial D. I started watching Hunter x Hunter at the recommendation of like the entire internet. Many of you suggested it, and I really liked the first arc. I really enjoyed the first arc, the first whole bit. I guess it's the first and second arc. It's when they took the exam and then going to get Killua. I did not like Heaven's Arena. I'll just put it out there. Could have left that arc out. I would have been fine with it. Hisoka creeps me out
A lot?
so I wasn't super pleased with, and honestly there was like a split second where I was like, do I even want to keep watching this? But thankfully I asked people on Twitter and I was like, Hisoka just like isn't as big of a thing anymore after this, right? And they're like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, I'll keep watching. But I took a little break, so we started watching the third, I guess it's the 4th arc, and I'm enjoying it so far, but we haven't finished it yet. But the one that came out of total fucking left field. So one night I was probably editing downstairs and Josh was going to bed a little bit earlier. I don't know what I was doing. And he turned on an anime and he was like a couple episodes, 2 or 3 episodes ahead at this point, and I like kind of peeked my head in because there was just like a line that somebody said and I'm like, what are they saying? He's not in love with his sister. He's just in love with a nun. And I was like, okay. So I started watching it. We have gotten through 51 episodes in probably 4 days of Black Clover. Nobody recommended this to me. I haven't heard about this show at all. It only started in like 2017, so it was like post me working at Hot Topic, so they wouldn't have had any of the merch there when I worked there, because there were a lot of different animes that had merch at Hot Topic. Tokyo Ghoul, Soul Eater, the Black Butler, Sailor Moon, there was a bunch of Attack on Titan stuff. There was some Death Note stuff, My Hero Academia. I think there was some Bleach stuff too. Yeah, anyway, but Black Clover, it's so, I don't know why I like it so much. I mean, it's clearly a show made for teenage boys. Like, it's obviously a show. Like, it's obviously a shonen anime, but I don't know why. And I was thinking about this tonight as we finished the 51 episodes that were available on Hulu. Even though I didn't watch anime when I was younger, something about it gives me like nostalgic teenage feels, which I really enjoy, and it moves really fast. The pacing is really good. The music, oh my god. The OPs are like so good. I would argue if better than Blue Exorcist OPs. Maybe, at least as good as Blue Exorcist OP. And it's so fun. It's so over the top. All the characters are so well rounded. The main character is so fucking intense. Like, Asta screams all the time.
Oh, begging your pardon, sir! I'm so sorry!
I like it. I like the show. And it's been so fun to watch and easily bingeable. And the characters are so well done. I don't know, the fighting is cool. The only thing that's really fucking corny is the way that they like do magic. It just sounds like they're talking to Siri and making her like do a command, or like talking to Cortana to do something on the computer. Like, it's so funny when they cast spells. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah, I love the show. There's 170 episodes and I'm 50 in. So knowing me, I will finish all of them. Well, I don't think all of them are on Funimation yet. I think it goes up through like 155. But yeah, many of the episodes are on Funimation. So knowing me, I will finish them in a couple of weeks' time. And then the next one, we'll probably go finish Hunter x Hunter, and then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I think will be the next one. Because that Josh hasn't seen that one. Or Demon Slayer. I think those are going to be the next two after we finish these ones. Although Hunter x Hunter is super fucking long. Like, there's so many episodes and so many seasons of it. Which is why I started watching it, because I didn't want to watch a bunch of shows that only had like 2 or 3 seasons, because then I would just get like attached to characters and then be like, oh, okay, there's no more. Like, I wanted to watch a show that had a long, like, several arc series. So I'll probably just watch Hunter x Hunter intermittently with other things because there are so many seasons. Literally, if you looked at the music that I've played on my phone the last week, it's either been Eurobeat or like J-pop or like metal, like Japanese metal. Because the Death Note soundtrack, obviously. I will put a link. I made a playlist for myself of some of my favorite anime theme songs, ones that I have seen and I haven't seen. There's some that just like randomly pop up in my recommended when I'm listening to other songs, even if I haven't seen the show. And I was like, oh, this one's kind of a cool one. But yeah, I'll link that below. If you're ever wondering what kind of random anime OPs I've been listening to, it's those ones. But mostly lately it's been Black Clover. I don't know what it is about this show that I really, really like. But there's enough action, there's enough wholesome, the character development is really well done. Anyway, that's been all of the things that I've been consuming and watching. Oh, and I actually have to tell you about these earrings. Are they my favorites already? Yes. These are earrings from Peachy Bean, Shop Peachy Bean, and I will link their store below. They're little like Game Boys. Isn't that cute? Like, they're little baby Game Boy earrings. They're so cute. I bought these ones, and then I bought a pair of like pastel, like kind of U-shaped geometric ones that I haven't worn yet because I literally just got them in the mail today. But I really like these. They're super cute and they match my background. I love them. They're so cute. So yeah, Peachy, I'll link these below, as well as anything else that has a product link. Is that everything I wanted to talk about? I knew this was going to be a short favorites because like there wasn't that much makeup that could be included, because everything has been the same. And I just wanted to talk about anime for a second. Who am I? It's so funny. I'm already thinking about things to get Josh for Christmas that have to do with Initial D, and I may or may not have browsed through eBay to see if I could find cool old vintage merch shirts from Death Note, but the only ones I could find were over $100, and I'm like, I'm not willing to pay that much money for it. Or they were like a size small. Yeah, and I don't want to buy things from Amazon, and that's the only other place that I could find merch from Death Note that wasn't like third-party pirated stuff, that they just like stole the IP. Those are my favorites of the month. But for today's song of the day, it was Amazing Dreams. Oh my god, y'all are gonna love this. So I linked the playlist below of all my favorite anime OPs that I've found so far. Particularly the song that I want to be the song of the day today isn't even an opening. It's an ending song from Black Clover. It is the second ending song, and the song is called Amazing Dreams, but the band is called Swanky Dank. I've heard some silly band names in the past. I know a lot of silly band names. This is just a silly band name, and I love it. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. I went on the weirdest tangent today. This was just... June was quite a month. Mercury was in retrograde for almost all of it.
And it's going to be 115 degrees possibly on Monday, so...
Please keep us in your thoughts. Here in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to be very hot. My house has air conditioning, and I feel very, very grateful for it. It's the first time I've had air conditioning in 6 years. So I will be staying inside. I cannot handle the heat, especially this heat. This heat is record-breaking heat. So I will have very little patience for anybody trying to make jokes about like, oh, people in Washington can't handle the heat. It's like, no, we can't. Like, we can't handle handle it because most homes do not have air conditioning. Up until 10 years ago, we didn't need air conditioning. Up until 10 years ago, there was maybe like a few days a year, like a week, where it was just like,
Whoa, a heat wave. It's gonna be 90 degrees for 4 days. Like,
whoop-de-doo, like that's a norm now. And now we are seeing all of the results of homes not being equipped for hot weather. I get that there's other places where you can handle the heat, but exactly what happened with Texas, where they couldn't handle the cold because their infrastructure wasn't prepared for it, our infrastructure is not prepared for heat in this way. So please send us cold vibes. Just want rain. Anyway, I'm gonna go because it is 1:17 in the morning. Great job, Abby. Great job. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified when I upload new videos. It is lately actually been Wednesdays and Saturdays, but twice a week normally. If you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Twitch, they will all be linked down below. And if you are watching this on Saturday, I will be streaming on Twitch later tonight. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing, but I will be playing The Sims, so come hang out there and watch me play some games. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you are staying safe, healthy, cool, hydrated, rested, all of the good things. And I will see you all in my next video.